Good afternoon, welcome to InfoComm 2018. We're here once again on the NEC Display Solution stands. We have a good friend of NEC here today, Jon9 from Hollow9 Corporation. Jon, hi.
Hello, Adrian.
Now, we met you a couple of times in the past, but of course you were famous really for the work you did last year in Orlando, InfoComm 2017. Mm-hmm. You won Best in Show, I think, for the Virtualarium.
We did. We created, we affectionately called it the Sharkquarium.
The Sharkquarium, yes.
And we created a virtual environment without glasses by using a wraparound configuration of 18 screens. They were all in portrait mode, stacked 2 high and 9 wide.
Yep.
And then we had some great NEC projectors projecting onto the floor.
Right.
And all the content was integrated through Green Hippo media servers.
Yeah. And sharks were the order of the day.
Sharks were the order of the day.
Did they scare very many people?
Yes, we had a clinic set aside for with counseling available.
Yeah.
So
now this is all on the NEC stand, but this has led to something quite bigger for you guys, hasn't it? Because Virtualarium and all the architectural stuff you do is a major part of your business these days.
Well, the Virtualarium is a much larger concept.
Is it? Okay.
And the idea behind the Virtualarium is to take some of the technology out of the trade show world and the retail display world and bring it into entertainment.
Okay.
So we're creating actually a new form of entertainment where we're making video wall movies.
Okay.
So each movie, instead of being one stream of images on a rectangle, is actually multiple streams of images mapped onto a large video wall.
Right.
So all the techniques that I spent years perfecting in terms of brainwashing at trade shows, I'm now applying to storytelling.
Okay.
And it's very exciting because I think the world is kind of ready for it now.
Right. Is this a way to fill a void in say 15 minutes or an hour of a space with something rather than just adverts or static images?
Well, we're conceiving the Virtualarium as a pure entertainment play.
Okay.
So it's a ticketed event. You go and you sit down just like a movie theater.
Oh, okay.
Now, that doesn't mean we can't take the same technology and techniques and use them in other environments, like in commercial environments. Absolutely.
Now, you've got a couple of interesting things based on that coming up, haven't you, in El Segundo?
Yes.
In June. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, for the first time ever, we're throwing open the doors of our studio in El Segundo, and we're going to be part of the El Segundo Art Walk.
Okay.
Which is now in its third year. I don't know if you know this, but El Segundo, Little El Segundo, which is just south of LAX, has turned into a real hotspot for media companies and boutique design firms.
Okay.
It's a little further south than Venice and Santa Monica, but the taxes are much lower, and there's parking, and it's a really cool area. So the Art Walk's in its third year. It's been picking up a lot of momentum. So we're going to be open from 5 until 9. I'm premiering 3 new video wall art pieces.
Right.
Because I realized even though I work with this technology all the time, most people don't have an opportunity to see it. So we're going to have one piece that's on 24 screens, another piece on 18 screens, and another piece on 9 screens.
Right.
From 9 to 11, we're going to have screenings of a 15-minute teaser for our first video wall movie for the Virtualarium.
Okay, this is the thing that you talked about before.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And that movie is called Gabriel 2025, A History of the Future.
Okay.
And it's a story about what it means to be human in the virtual age.
Interesting. And that has a release date as well, does it?
Not yet.
It's a teaser.
Well, what we're doing, our strategy is to develop it in our studio on our 24-screen video wall. With the idea that eventually we'll raise money to blow that up to a full-screen, full-size video wall, put it into a real theater, and actually start making money on it.
Okay.
At that point, we want to look at creating Virtualarium theaters inside multiplex movie theaters all across the country.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So within each multiplex, there'll be one Virtualarium. And then we can start distributing that content on a wider basis.
So a bit like is that a sophisticated IMAX in some ways, or is it the same model as an IMAX?
Parallel to IMAX in the sense that it is a new format, but big difference. IMAX was really just traditional cinema, but bigger.
Right.
We actually have a whole new paradigm. Instead of like looking at the world through a frame, we're chopping the world up into pieces, arranging it into a montage, and then asking you, the viewer, to kind of assemble it in your own mind.
Okay.
And this is a technique that I learned at trade shows and polished up, and I find that when I use it for storytelling, it's very engaging.
Right.
Because you're actively participating in creating the story.
And younger people must really get that.
Yes, absolutely.
They have no attention span for a linear show.
And they don't go to movies anymore.
No.
But every time I've had a screenings in the virtualarium, the young kids are just all over it.
Right. You have some things here at the show. RP Visuals are using some of your stuff as well.
Yeah, I have.
Do you still get a big kick out of coming to shows yourself just to see the technology, or is that something that? Do you see innovation at these shows, or is it?
Well, it's important for me to know what's coming up because I've always tried to stay ahead of the game a little bit. You know, I used to be 10 years ahead of my time. Now I'm 10 minutes ahead of my time.
Okay.
And it's a better place to be because now there's so much stuff happening.
Yeah.
You know, and my business is based on the idea that I am one of those people that understands technology on the hardware level and how to design complex systems, but then also knows how to make the content.
Right.
So if you're setting up gigantic video walls that are 32,000 pixels wide and you don't understand how to make the content properly, you know, you're not going to get the most impact out of it.
No. CES is a big show for you then. Is that something you typically go to? No. Why is that? Is that because it's consumer?
It's all consumer stuff. Really? I'm not really a consumer-facing guy.
Okay.
Until people start having video walls in their living rooms, which
and then it is.
could happen.
Yeah. Good. Jon, thanks very much for coming on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you.